This is just to show you how to make a multiple layered cake. I'm going to do it in pencil. Typically you should do it really lightly in pencil because you would be erasing things maybe that are coming in front of it or anything like that. But I'm going to do it darkly in pencil so you can see it. So the first thing you're going to do is draw an oval. Depending on how much stuff you want on top of the cake, you might put it up here. If you don't want a lot of cake toppings, you might drop it down here. I'm going to put it around here. So you're going to draw an oval. It doesn't have to be perfect. Mine wasn't. The next thing you're going to do is draw two straight lines from the very outer edges of that oval coming down. And however long you make it is up to you. So I'm drawing two straight lines. And then you're going to draw a curve that connects it. So I'm going to draw a curve here that connects it. This curved line is really important. If you draw a straight line, it won't look 3D, right? So you're trying to get the idea that it's a cylinder, not sort of a flat shape. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to come to the corner where this straight line and this curved line meet and come up a little bit, okay? Because we want this cylinder to be sitting on top of the other cylinder. So I start at the corner, I come up, I'm going to make another oval. And I don't go through the cake, but basically it would meet there, right? The idea is that there's a whole oval sitting down below it, but the cake is in front of it. And on either side, I'm going to draw two straight lines and then a curve to connect it. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make one more layer. You could make this 10 layers, you could make it 2 layers, you could make it 1 layer, right? I'm going to come to the corner where the straight line and the curved line meet. I'm going to come up a little bit and I'm going to make an oval again around it. Now, if I was being really specific, I probably would get a little bigger here than littler. Maybe I would erase that part. My whole table shakes when I erase. All right, so then I'm going to make again two straight lines coming down like that. And then lastly, one curved line on the bottom. And so often I like to put a sort of dish, or like, not a dish, but a plate that the cake is sitting on. The plate's gonna come out of my space, but that's okay. I'm gonna come out, like one more oval. It's gonna come down here and come pick up over here, come off there and pick up over there, right? So it's like one more oval. So that is how you make the base of a layer cake and how you put cylinders on top of each other. The next step is to take some slices out of the cake if you want to. So I'm going to take a slice out of the top layer and a top tier. I should really call it tiers, and a slice out of the bottom tier. So the first step of taking a slice out of the cake is to find the middle of the cylinder. This one dips down a little bit, but I'm looking at the edges right here. I'm finding the middle, and I'm going to go a little bit above the middle and make a little point. And the next thing I'm going to do is make two lines. Now, you can make the lines really wherever you want. It's up to you how you want to do it. I'm just going to kind of do it in the middle because it's easier to understand that way first. So I'm going to make two lines at the same angle coming down. And then I'm going to make two lines coming straight down from there. So two diagonal lines and two lines coming straight down from there. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to meet these two lines together in the middle. So I'm going to come up here and come up here. It's going to look tricky because it's going to come almost to the back of that one, but it's okay. And then I'm going to bring a point down. So basically it's two diagonal lines, two straight lines, two diagonal lines, and one more straight line down. And then you need to erase the part that is inside of the cake. And erase this part right here. And then if you want to make layers inside of the cake, first of all, I might make a layer of frosting. So I might make a thin layer of frosting here. And depending on how many layers I want to make, I'd make the same angle, like 1 and 2. So, oops, I didn't put really layers in there of frosting, but you could just color it. Okay, so then I'll take a piece out of the bottom just because I want to try what that looks like. So obviously, first of all, if we took a piece out of the bottom without taking a piece out of this one, probably the whole thing would fall down. But let's just look at how it would look in this case. So we're going to assume right here is the middle of the cylinder, right? And so we're going to put a point where we're assuming the middle of the cylinders, because that's where we're going to be cutting the slice of cake. And I'm going to cut a slightly askew slice of cake to show you what that looks like. So let's say I make one angle here and one angle there. So it's a little bit different. So the triangle is coming off to the side. I'm still going to I make two diagonal lines. I'm still going to make two straight lines coming down. Now, this is the trickier part because normally we make two lines that come up here at the point, but the points, well, like this is a straight line, just like this was a straight line coming down from there, and these two come to that point. There's basically a straight line coming down from here, and these two are coming to that point. So the only one I'm going to see here is this one, and it's a little tricky to look at right now, but it will be easier once I erase it. So once I make that, I'm going to erase this line, which is the first line of the edge of the cake. And then I'm also going to erase everything that's inside this cake, because this cake, this is not transparent. So everything inside this cake was just there to help me figure out where to take out this slice. And it looks like this. And again, you'll make lines that are the same angle coming up. Maybe I have some frosting there. Maybe there'll be 4 layers here because it's bigger. And then this line is going to go into that cake. So it would look like that. It's kind of tricky. You might want to watch the video a little bit over to rewatch it if you want to see how that works there. And the last thing you want to do, I almost forget this part, is to just erase this line, because since the cake isn't there anymore, or the slice of cake isn't there, there wouldn't be that line there anymore. So you would clean that up.